videos. Today I'm just basically doing some work in the master bedroom, converting it into a command post simulator. So this area has been quite a few things. It was a tech room, had the entire floor done with LED lights and chasers. It was a pretty interesting setup when I first had it in here, first set up in here. But I saw a game on Steam, Mech Warrior 5. I'm a huge fan of mech games and simulators. And I thought to myself, I don't have a simulator set up anywhere in the house. So I thought we put one in here. So I am mapping out exactly what kind of projector I'm going to need to set up in here. It's definitely not going to be a Chrissy. I chose the Optima 1080p, GT 1080p, something Derby gaming projector. Number one, it's going to be right up on top of the screen. So it's going to be perfect when I start building the simulator in here. We're going to build a whole mech unit in here. So from here to here, this is going to be a separate wall in here. This is going to be a screen. That's got to be sealed up. The entire wall has got to be covered in a form of insulation paneling so sound doesn't travel through, because there'll be speakers here, and depending on where the projector is going to stand, because it's going to be inside the base unit to make it look like it's all part of one unit. The chair is going to be on top of a platform. There's going to be subs underneath of the chair, and then my receiver and gaming system for PC and console will be on each side. And then the base will only come through the chair. We'll have speakers hidden here, speakers behind here, all acoustic speakers behind here and here. And we'll have speakers here and here. And this wall is going to be the weapons wall with all my weapons on top of it. So I'm going to do the entire environment in bone white because I want the LED lights to glow. I'm going to get some of the gym. I saw the tiles for the patterns for gym puzzle, something interlocking. We're going to do that for the whole floor so the wood grain's not here. And then we're going to do the LED lights. They're not going to be sticking out. They're going to be professionally behind something to give that off glow to it. This is going to be the command center over here. Computers, all my stuff over here. Over here, we're going to have toys, weapon walls, mechs, all that cool stuff over here. And then this right here, we're going to have set up for underneath the chair. We're going to have a deck about that high where the chair is going to lift up underneath of. The subsystem is going to be hooked underneath of it. The delay system, all that stuff we need. Everything's going to be wired in Bluetooth. We're going to hook up the artwork. Well, the artwork comes later on when we finish everything out in here. And then here, this is where we're going to build the giant screen, as I said before. We're going to have tower speakers here, tower speaker here. All this is going to be acoustic, so you can't see anything with the speakers be behind there. Everything will be hidden in here, so you won't see nothing at all. Now the chair, I'm going to have to do some work here. So I need something where I can have a post that comes down and locks in place. Kind of got that idea when I was going down the lab core and it was sticking me for blood. So they had this thing that came over and I rested my arm and I was thinking, this would be pretty cool. If I had something I can swing over and slam, and I can have one command stick here, one command stick here, and the pedals at the bottom. This would be perfect. So the beginning of it all is basically covering up all the holes that I have punctured into the walls first. Sand everything down, and then come in here with some one coat white paint, which means the good stuff, because I ain't painting this twice. And cover everything in white. And then after that, we put the tiles down on the floor so we can change the color of the floor. And then we put the LED lights through here, here, and here, and here. We get that soft glow in the corners. Probably a soft off-white, because I don't want any blues and stuff going up here too much. I want it to look like an actual mech command post. So that's what we're going to turn everything into in here. So I'm online looking at some stuff to get some ideas. Now the ceiling fan, I do want to keep, but it's old-fashioned. I want one of those state-of-the-art ceiling fans. That looks space age. That's what I want, with the huge blades to come up from the side. That I'm going to modify it myself before the electrician comes in and wires it in, because that has to go. Almost with a nice dome in the front, or something pretty cool. So I'm going to make it look like it's a part of the nuclear reactor system. So we're going to have these pipe wires. They're going to be connecting out through here and connecting down this side into a junction box here. We're going to have them running out from here. I want it like that's the main power unit. It's going to be cool when we get done. So you know how I work in a room, things like that. The doors are not going to work. They're going to have to go. So I'm going to sliding doors. I want doors that slide back and forth. So I want to put a rail system in. Something I'm going to do different with the screen. I may have the screen set up Well, I need something I can get back to the speakers behind the back of the screen. So I need something whether I can basically slide the screen out. The screen's going to be on a rail system, so I can slide it out. So I'll figure that one out. I got to figure out when I go, how to get back there to get access to my speakers. So we'll figure that as we go along. But right now, I got putty work to do. So, hey, if you can watch it if you want, it's up to you. I need all this stuff documented because everything's going to be recorded. And I'm going to piece everything together and show how I built the entire room. So it's going to be interesting. The blinds are going to be automatic. I saw the blinds at Home Depot, and once you press, they automatically go up and down. That's what I want for this over here. But it's up to you. If you got other things to do, take care of them. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I just got to get this done. Putty, putty, putty. All right, so that's where the stand went at. And we have some holes there. What else do we have that? Oh, we have one there too. Over there. So before going down this road, I had to do some research to find out if the mech controllers that I got, the flight sticks, which started all this is because MechWarrior 5 is compatible with 5 flight sticks, which is interesting because usually they're not compatible with flight sticks. So I've seen a few people on YouTube using the throttle and flight sticks and pedals to be able to operate mechs. I'm like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. So yeah, I just ordered me one of the units that are coming in. For the pedals and everything, the whole 9 yards. It wasn't easy to get because this is an older unit, but yeah, it's compatible with MechWarrior 5. So I cannot wait to get this in and play around with this. Now this is going to be used for flight simulating, which I'm going to have set up for that, and maybe some racing, a little bit each. All right, I come in here and get all this mess. Come in here, sand, paint. Can't do the floors or anything until we get the all the holes covered up. Got some good putty. I'm meaning to do this. Get this done. So I'm going to be running console and PC, and I'm building my own gaming PC. I figured might as well, you know. I'm building my own gaming PC. It's going to be vegetable oil cooled. I want something like it's actually stuck into a bio tank. So it's going to PC is going to be customized and built around the theme. And this is going to be the weapons wall right here. So I got some of my stuff out. I want a collection of weapons, like, you know, trophies. I got conquered these individuals and taking things from them and stuck them on the wall. We got some of our stuff right there. I'm going back online, getting some stuff from Fallout, which I like some of their stuff up there. And I found a place that has these customized mechs. I'm making a couple of those for display. So let me see. So I found that my projector, if I want to get my screen size, which I doubt, for some reason, this is a weird shaped wall, man. I need a 5 feet 6 inches away. So the projector is going to be right here. It's going to be built into the base. I don't want the projector to be seen. It's actually going to be a unit built around it to make it like it's part of the base. 5 feet 6 inches, which would give me approximately 74 inches high and 134. I don't think we got 134. I doubt we got that. Let's see what happens. Because wherever the projector lands at, that's where it's going to be built into the base. Let me see. Any holes? Let's see. Hey, Derek, what's up? Now, what I'm going to be using for my screen, I'm going to be using a Legend Invisible Gamer. Yeah, There's one. And we're actually gonna be designing it. I'm getting one over here. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. You don't have to be rich in my What's that one? Stuff from hardware falling out. Over there. All of this is going to have to be done. Let's see how it looks down. I'll tell you, my ultimate dream house would be just a house with a whole bunch of rooms. I can build whatever the freak I want in any room I want. That's what I want. Just a house with blank, big, empty rooms. Man, I could have a ball in there. Daisy, Daisy, how do your flowers bloom? Do, 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 do. To myself, I said, nope, we're not going to do anything different. I'm going to keep the room exactly the way it is. And so I said, nope, I'm going to go to mech room. Just looking at one freaking video game triggered off all this. But then again, downstairs in the basement, just adding in a screen and some LED lights triggered off all of that. At the end of the day, that's what triggered it off. Come on, get in there. Sorry, I'm putting on the big hole. Okay, that's one of them. That's one. Now it can't be white. It can't be white. It has to be something. I gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. It can't be white. It's gotta look rusted out. It's gotta look like a command post. It's gotta look rusted out. It's not gonna work all white. I'm gonna have to look up some stuff. Gotta be some mech command posts. I think they're dark gray. Something dark gray. But I gotta give it a kind of a rust look to it. I want to do this. It's gonna be some balls of artwork. So we gotta rust it up a little bit. We could do the scenery all gray, like a bit of a gray and black and mixture in between, and give it a kind of rust look to it, and so, like some of the piping and stuff like that. We could do it that way, or we could basically do it in a rust and black, give that kind of look to it. And then what we do is we can leave the corners bone white and put LED lights in them to get them to push off a little bit. That would be freaking cool. So we got options on how we can do this. But I think doing it in all white, I think that's gonna look pretty tacky. That's gonna look tacky. So I think it would look better if we do the walls in kind of a more of a gunmetal kind of look to it, like a little gunmetal, a little black blended into it, and put some of that kind of an off rust to it, to the corners and stuff. And then in the corners we can put like bone white, because that's what you need for LED lights to actually reflect better. Okay, it's gonna take some time. I gotta do some research, a lot of research. It can't look like a room when I get done with it. It has to look like a chamber or something. It has to look like a chamber. So the door can't be the same. I need the door to look like it's actually made out of steel, so it slides back and forth. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I've never did a whole paint job for a whole room to modify it to look like something completely different. Oh yeah, I did the Japanese tea room. I converted that room into a Japanese tea room. We had bamboo and it goes on. Yeah, I forgot about the room in there. All right, but still, this is, of course, a playroom. And I need another playroom. Aren't you a big spider in the corner? Yeah, you gotta die, buddy. You ain't fighting me at the end of the day. Sorry, you gotta die. Oh, this started something. That's good. That's a good trace after that one. All right, so I figured for the mats, we're going to get that black armor kind of matte look. You know, armors have in trucks, like the armor print. It has that kind of design to it. There's a place that you can go to and get those puzzle mats design. You can get them customized, anything you want. So we're going to get a kind of an armor kind of design to it. Oh, yeah, you need to come down. Good. I don't know how many I'm going to need to do the floor. So we'll figure that out. Alright, these are done. Any more holes? Got holes on this side too. I think we'll hold this soundbar too. These are all done on this side. Okay, this over here. Man, there's definitely a completely different area. I don't care about that. Guys, that product's obsolete. We obsolete that product, and the Phoenix. Once I get a Phoenix by next week, will be obsoleted. We don't need them anymore. New technology will be taking over that. Okay, we got one here. We got. Let's see, not bad. That door is going to be taken off the hinges. I got to get a rail system from here to here. That slides back and forth for that in the floor. There's enough gap between the floor to put a rail system in there, slide right back and forth. That'd be nice. I want the door to slide back. This has got to come off. All that's got to come off. And then whatever crap I got behind here, which is probably what I got here. Ah, my projector parts. Forgot to add all this stuff in here. My lamps and everything in here. What the frig is all this down here? All right, all that's got to come out. All this is going in the attic. So clean all this out. Put in the attic. We're not going to use this closet anyway. We have many holes here. I got holes up here where I put the sound bar in. Yep. There we go. Let's see if we have more holes in here. No, I got more. Yeah, I thought it was going to be easy. I thought we were just going to have to put in a sound bar and then a subwoofer. That's what we're going to do. Put a sound bar and a subwoofer behind the chair, but nope. Turned into something completely else. Now I got to build a bass. Subwoofer is going to be put in the chair. I got to get a sub plate amp for that right there. And we got to run down. I need a receiver to run a plate amp because you need one of those. So I have to buy a receiver. And the receiver, I have to buy separate speakers. We got towers on each side, and they got the centers and the right here. And yeah, it's going to be crazy. And here it is. And then some of the stuff's going to run through Bluetooth. So I'm going to put a Bluetooth receiver in here for that. It is going to be crazy. And then we're going to have the whole entire system. I don't know wireless system. I need to know exactly how much room we have from here to here. And then, of course, I was going to put the projector over here, but it's not going to work due to the fact that it's going to be behind me. It means every time I stand up, the thing is going to be smacking me in the back of the head. That's going to hit on top of the screen. I don't want that. So I went with short throw. The only short throw projector I wanted was the Optima 1080p, that GT with the Derby, gaming Derby projector. We're getting that in here. So my gaming PC, my graphic card is definitely going to be a 3090 RTX. definitely from the door. That's no doubt about it. It's exactly what I need. We're going to soundproof the floor here where the sub's going to be. There's going to be one big speaker for that. It sure got a swivel, don't it? Yeah, sure got a swivel on it. Woo, yeah. Right there, I think. Oh, we got the ceiling. Get the ceiling too. I forgot to do the ceiling. Daisy, Daisy, how your flowers bloom. Do, 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 do. Air in here. Room has an amazing acoustic. La 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 la. La 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 la. The beginning of a mech. A simulator. Down, simulator. Ain't you do anymore. All right, go. This has got to come out. And this fan. Up in here. We're gonna put it right on side here beside the deck. Yeah, so this is gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait to start building the whole unit. That's gonna be nice. But the deck is gonna sit about right here, depending on where the projector has to sit at for the size of the screen. This is gonna be lifted a little bit farther off the ground like this. And that'll allow me to run my speakers and subs and everything, wire my whole system out, Bluetooth it all, hook it up. And then from the side of that, I'm gonna have a unit, like a desk unit that stands about that high, that's gonna slap down the front. That's gonna be for my throttle, that's gonna be for my joystick and pedals. I can light all that stuff up. Oh, I can't wait to hook that up too. That's gonna be sick. I might even cut it and put some plexiglass on it, put a little projector underneath of it so I can punch a screen right through it. That would be hot too. That mini projector's downstairs. They can run, and they run off battery units. So I can put some kind of command display up there. Pretty cool. So that's going to have to be built separate. So I'll have to go to Lowe's and just get a lot of cool stuff to put this thing together. Of course, we're going to need some PVC piping for running cables and wires through. That we're definitely going to need. Because we need to hide any of the wires behind that by a big PVC cables or PVC unit. PVC piping. So we got to age it, give that kind of rustic kind of look to it. That's gonna be pretty nice. So this is gonna be pretty cool to get done. So bit by bit by bit, just need to put this whole thing together. I can get radiator grills over the top of that to change it up the way I want it. I know exactly what I want there too. Okay, you know, is this a 12? This is a 12. This is definitely a 12 up here. Okay. All right, well, that's basically about it. It's a short video. I'm just coming here to showing you the rest of next time I'll be in here, hopefully, with all the projects I got for the next time I'll be in here. Well, I'll be sanding tonight. You know, this stuff sanded down nice and smooth. And then next time it'll be the painting. And then we got to do something with this. Oh, wait a minute. I can get me a sound dampening blanket. I forgot they make the blankets. I can do a whole blanket. Because all this has got to be, I can't have sound traveling through. It's going to hit, trust me, it's definitely going to hit. So I'm going to have to get a sound blanket for this. For the speakers I'm putting back behind here are going to be monsters. So I want that sound to push through. This is all going for acoustic. And then I got to put soundproofing cones for the floor to install in the platform for this right here. Oh well, okay. I'll be back on, I don't know when, but soon finish this up. Gotta go and God bless.